The wind tore through the jagged peaks of the Andes, shaking loose clouds of snow and dust. Martín adjusted his worn leather pack and squinted against the gusts. He had been hunting vicuñas for days, following tracks across ridges that sliced the sky, but tonight was different. The mountains were alive with a sound that gnawed at the edge of his mind, a high, piercing whistle, soft and clear, echoing between cliffs. "Who's there?" he shouted. Only the wind answered, carrying the whistle again, closer, delicate yet impossible to pinpoint. Martín's hand went to the flint knife at his belt. Elders spoke of duendes, small goblins with coal-like eyes, luring travelers to their deaths. He had laughed at the tales once, but this whistle, sweet and teasing, made his stomach coil. The sound came again, layered, like someone playing a flute from all directions. He froze, straining to locate it, but the snow-laden rocks reflected every sound. Cursing under his breath, he descended to the sheltered valley below before night swallowed him whole. The whistling followed, faster, lighter, like a child's laughter. His boots crunched over ice and gravel, each step sending shivers up his spine. Then he saw it, a shadow flitting between boulders. Small, hunched, impossible. Its eyes glowed red, catching the moonlight, and its whistle sliced through the cold. "Show yourself," Martín barked, voice trembling. The creature only laughed, a high, shrill chitter dancing along the rocks, then vanished. He pressed on, heart hammering, until the ground dropped into a narrow canyon. The whistle came again. Right beside him, Martín swung around, knife ready, but the duende was gone. Tiny footprints crisscrossed the snow, appearing and disappearing in impossible patterns. "No, no," he muttered. "It's just the wind." But the wind didn't answer. Only the whistle did, now coming from below. Peering over the canyon, he saw a flicker of firelight. Hesitation gnawed at him, but hunger and pride pushed him forward. He descended carefully, clinging to rocks, each step measured, each breath shallow. The firelight revealed a small clearing, where the duende danced around a ring of stones. Its body was tiny, skeletal, skin mottled green and brown like moss. Its eyes gleamed with terrible joy. The creature stopped, cocked its head, and whistled again. Martín's knees went weak. You want something?" he stammered. The duende tilted its head further, whistling in sequences that made Martín's chest tighten, as if tugging at his bones. It moved toward him, hopping between rocks with impossible speed. Martín raised his knife, but his fingers shook and he stumbled, scraping his knee on a jagged stone. Pain shot through him, but worse was the sound. The whistle now seemed inside his skull, piercing, demanding. "Stop. Just stop. I don't want trouble," he shouted. The duende froze, then laughed, a low, horrible chuckle rising into a shrill crescendo. It darted again, circling him, invisible shadows flickering where it passed. Martín's breath came in ragged gasps. Panic roared in his chest. Then he remembered the elder's words, "Never follow the sound, never answer the whistle." The creature thrived on curiosity. Martín tore his eyes from the shadows and looked at the sky. The full moon glared down like a cold eye. Without thinking, he ran, leaping over boulders, sliding down icy slopes, ignoring the shrieking whistle behind him. The canyon twisted, cliffs seeming to close in, air thin and cold. His lungs burned, legs screamed, but he ran, following only the faint glow of moonlight on stone. Shapes darted at the edge of his vision. Whispers mimicked human voices, calling his name. A howl split the night. He scrambled upward, claws of rock biting into his palms, until the canyon opened into a ridge. He paused. Silence. Then, from the valley below, a single, soft whistle floated on the wind. Martín swallowed, lips dry, and stepped forward, following the path back to the village. By the last ridge, the sun crept over the mountains. Wind died down. Snow glittered like shattered glass. He looked back. Valley empty. No fire, no shadow, no whisper. Only mountains, indifferent and silent. Falling to his knees, hands shaking, knife clattering to the ground, Martín gasped. Alive, but forever changed. He knew the duende had not left, only retreated, biding its time. At night, when the wind tore through the Andes, he would hear it, the whistle, high and soft, calling, reminding him that some creatures thrived in the spaces humans dared not tread. And he knew the duende is patient. It always waits.